Yeah, well, I was born in the countryside in a really small village of just 40, 50 people. I moved to Reykjavik when which is the capital of Iceland, and I moved there when I was about 16 to go to school. The first 2 years in Reykjavik were really overwhelming for me. I thought it was, just a huge city that I didn't understand, and I always just wanted to go back to the small village. I didn't really find myself there the first 2 years, but I got used to it, and after living there for 3 years, it's you just find your comfort zone. 2 years ago, we started recording this album in Icelandic called Dýrði Dauðaþögn, and in just 2 weeks we released the first single and in Iceland, and it's sort of the word started to spread around, and that happened pretty quickly and understandably, because we only have like 2 or 3 main radio stations in Iceland. The next single we released, it sort of all blew up and became really big, and just 3 weeks after that we released the album, and this was just the build up to the album, and it got really successful in Iceland. But just a few months later we started touring the world, and then it also happened that it became really overwhelming, going to big cities, which I had never seen before. We've been doing it for 1.5 years now, and it's just great. My family is really musical, and both my parents play instruments, and my mom works as a teacher, and she also plays organ in church. I have 5 siblings, and they all play instruments and sing. So music was always around in the house, But yeah, my father was involved in this album because he wrote most of the lyrics for the songs. Ever since I was a teenager, starting to write songs, I've been using some of his poetry and lyrics for my songs. And he's a really good poet in Iceland, and has released poetry books and written lyrics for other musicians in Iceland as well. In the end, it became this sort of a family project. About 1 month after we released this Icelandic album, we decided to do an English version of it and translate all the lyrics into English. We didn't do anything with the music or the instrument parts. It's just a re-recording of the vocals. I think we did a really good job, and we got the help from John Grant. He really helped us translate the lyrics into English. People talk about this Icelandic artist, and the first names that come to mind are, of course, Sigur Rós and Björk. And they talk about that a lot, and of Monsters and Men now recently, being compared and being, talked about in the same group as they, it's just a huge honor for me, Yeah, me and my band, we went to Japan for the first time a few months ago, and we stayed in Tokyo for like 4 days or something, and it was unbelievable. We've been traveling the world, for a long time and seeing different places, but this was something that was really, I hadn't seen this before. People were so nice, and everyone just, really welcoming and respectful, and the food was unbelievable, and it's just great to, be able to go back this soon, and the whole band is just really excited.